So when it comes to rating movies and original series that are available on Netflix, you likely have your own ways of assigning a label or grade that sums up your overall opinion. You may give a film or show in particular the thumbs up, the thumbs down, a 3 out of 5 stars, or perhaps you prefer the academic method. You can likely justify giving a particular film or Netflix series the rating that you do. You disagree with some of the choices in the writing and in the direction. The dialogue is cheesy and insincere. The actors are miscast, and they put either too much or too little effort into their performances. The special effects crew got overzealous with the CGI. A show can run too long and subsequently lose its mojo after the 6th or 7th season. 2 or 3 episodes wander off in unnecessary tangents. Sometimes you can't find any flaws in what you were watching and give it a perfect score. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am the Ranting Usher, and if you've been following my channel for a while, you would know that I rate movies and Netflix shows from lowest to highest on a scale of 1 to 5. The scale ranges from a train wreck to a masterpiece. That's why in this video, I'm going to break down my rating system so that you understand why I give the ratings that I give. Let me talk you to your seat. My rating system is not quite so simple or as generic as it may appear. It's a little more complicated than that. A film may be a train wreck, earning a 1 or a 2 on my scale, but it may also contain a few fleeting gems. So how do I go about giving a film or series a proper train wreck status while also acknowledging its strengths and weaknesses? That's where the real rating takes place. So unless the film or series earns a cold 1 and has no hope of redeeming itself, there are sublevels and subcategories to consider. These are arranged in a series of points I will tack on to a train wreck should it appear to have some notable value. So as we trudge further into my absolutely dreadful category, not only am I going to compare and contrast the substandard qualities that make these train wrecks so atrocious, but I'm also going to highlight a few qualities that could cause them to potentially shine. I might give a 1.2 or 1.3 for glaring plot holes and inconsistencies, appearing alongside less glaring cinematography and a passable musical score. If the CGI is artificial and consumes 90% of the scenery, and if the music fails to further express emotion or heighten tension, but the story is well told and interesting, then I'll give a 1.4. I always think the story is the most important part of any feature. Don't you? If the dialogue is trite and awkward, there are some lines that look good on paper, but should never be spoken out loud. If the actors allow the music to do the acting for them, Dwayne Johnson is notorious for this in Jumanji, and yet I still find myself invested in the story and the characterization despite these flaws, which is an anomaly in the dreadful category, then I will give either a 1.5 or a 1.6. Now I would like to jump ahead to what I like to call the guilty pleasures category, which consists of shows and films we know are bad, but we can't help but love them because they're so bad. So what is the difference in the way that my rating system works with regard to guilty pleasures as opposed to dreadful train wrecks? The difference is that train wrecks often earn a score of 2.4 or lower. The guilty pleasures are ranked from 2.5 to 3.6, and often present a blend between the qualities that make a masterpiece so great and the atrocities that make a train wreck so insufferable. So, because I feel like picking on Nicolas Cage, let's take a look at Gone in 60 Seconds. Released in 2000 and directed by Dominic Sena, this action heist thriller is about a retired car thief who is forced to steal 50 cars in one night in order to save his brother from a notorious mobster, all the while rekindling with an old flame. The movie cruises along at a quick and exciting pace and pulls off some amazing daredevil stunts. The acting, however, is underwhelming. They may be pressing their feet down hard on the gas pedal, but something is lacking in their reflections in the rearview mirror. The movie suffers as well as benefits from the kind of trademark quirkiness that fuels many of Nicolas Cage's films. Gone in 60 Seconds is well balanced as far as its qualities and its atrocities. I actually do like this movie because of the over-the-top quirkiness and despite the unsympathetic performances. Gone in 60 Seconds is a guilty pleasure of a fairly high caliber. So I'm going to give it a 3.6. So this concludes part 1 of the Ranting Usher's rating system breakdown. Let me know whether or not you agree or disagree in the comments down below. As always, be sure to click the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel with notifications on, so that you stay up to date with more great content on my channel. Make sure you come back for part 2 of my 1 through 5 breakdown. Thank you everyone so much for watching. For those of you who have followed me from the beginning all the way to my 100th video, thank you so much. It really means the world to me. I will see you all next time.